Buzzing bees are a familiar sound on a hot, sticky day, but if you looked closely in one particular urban park, you might find more than just the bumble and honeybee variety.
The last survey that was done in 2002 was really just 1 year, and they found 70 different species of bees. And I think what we're trying to do is find out, truthfully, what species we have.
In California alone, some 1,500 species exist. The 70 species already found zipping around the John Muir National Historic Site are perhaps some of the same ones that helped pollinate the fruit orchards around John Muir's family home. An altered landscape can affect bee diversity, essential to plant diversity.
It shouldn't be too foamy, but I kind of made it this morning, so it hasn't really settled.
To attract a diversity of bees, Carlos sets out soapy water for several hours in fluorescent cups of alternating colors. Lining them up in an X formation helps capture the most bees.
They can see the cups without really missing them because they don't fly necessarily in a straight pattern. And during these 6 hours, twice, we spend 30 minutes running around with nets and capturing the bee, putting them in the kill jar.
The poison is like in this cotton ball, in the smaller jar inside.
This quick-acting poison also preserves the insects for the challenging task of identification, such as counting veins in the wing or antenna segments. Identifying the plant the bee is caught on is also crucial.
So they like this chemise right in front of me.
The biologists try to encourage native plant growth so the bees pollinate natives like chemise, turkey mullein, and coyote brush, none of which are blooming now.
I laugh and I joke around when I see the bees pollinating invasives. Like I saw them in a town like this, I was like, how dare you? Within 24 hours, the bees that we catch in the bowls, each color gets put into separate bags. So the blues all go together, and then the whites and the yellows. And from there, we put ethyl alcohol. It takes about 4 hours to pin each capture.
Carlos penned 200 in one sitting, 3 days worth of bee surveys. Some bees prefer certain flowers or colors, and tracking the plant or cup color can show that relationship. But catching bees is not always easy or successful, so finding their busy corridors helps.
But this might be a highway for them, so it might come back. Carlos, would you say 2 out of 3 times you catch a bee?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. The first day, though, we didn't catch anything. I've been stung twice. Yeah. But I'm not allergic, so I'm fine.
With many flowers already finished blooming, today's bee count is low. But Carlos did find one he'd never seen before. The world of bees continues to fascinate him.
There's a lot of solitary bees out there, and that the majority of them don't live in these massive hives. They're also collecting pollen on their legs, and they kind of pack it in. And you can see them if you really look closely.
With the bee's short lifespan of 3 to 5 weeks, seeing these bees' knees may involve getting down on yours.
It's important to have a macro lens camera sometimes, as well as a larger lens camera to understand how the landscape works. Because sometimes answers are in the bigger picture, and many times they're in the smaller details that we tend to take for granted.